Come here with me. Come with me. Come. Please give me the maintain silence for a minute. Calling out the name, you just have to raise your hand for the attendance. Make sure the laptop is
Good morning. Good morning, Dr. Narula.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Dr. Sumit. How are you?
Great to see you again.
Same here, sir. Yeah.
This
Amity is like a
time-
second home. Amity is like a second home. So it's always good to be back at Amity as and when there is an
Good
opportunity.
morning, Dr. Sumit.
Sir, good morning, sir.
How are you?
You are there. Fine, fine. The Honorable VC sir is there. Thank you, sir.
Oh,
No,
okay.
so good to see you there here.
No, we are together, so no issues at all.
Right.
Welcome, VC sir.
Good morning, VC sir.
Morning.
Good morning, Vinay sir, and
Morning.
Dr. Sumit Narula.
Yeah. Good
Thank you
morning,
so much
Kumar.
for joining.
Yeah. Working day for everybody, and I can imagine the rush everywhere in Amity as well as here at Bennett.
Dr. Abhijay, we may start.
How many students and faculties will be there now? Okay, I can see it now, the IT support. Okay. Right.
So
So they are from different departments or from law only?
the scholars are
Different
from
department.
different departments. Faculty
okay.
members are also from different departments.
Okay.
But students are mainly from law only.
Law.
Amity Law
Yeah.
School.
Yeah. Right.
So nowadays, students are also very conscious about their
If
research.
they want to
and-
do research, yeah.
Yeah, because they go
have to
for
be
their
very conscious.
projects and all.
Yes.
And
yes.
then we have LLM students also present today because they go for dissertation. So that's how
Right.
the
And
research
they are
will-
the future of the nation, so we need to tell them in advance that this is not
Yes.
right for them. Yeah.
Yes.
I think we can start, Dr.
Yes, we are just going to start, sir.
Right. So how big is the school, Dr. Sumit?
So we have around 400 plus students,
Mhm.
and it is backed by Times Legacy. So there is a lot
Right.
of things that we do. We have Times now with us, Radio Mirchi, Ghana.com, Filmfare,
Right.
Femina,
Right.
Magic Bricks, Navbhadar Times,
Right. Right.
and Times Online and other related prospects.
Right.
And then in terms of the media, we are backed by whatever kind of opportunities come to us. They will directly come to us. Like if
How many
this
faculty
missing,
members?
I have 26 at the moment.
Good. That's a big
You can
school.
say in number wise, it is the biggest in India.
Okay. Yeah. In terms of
Yeah.
media schools.
Yeah, in terms of media school, in private, obviously government there are very less seats.
Right,
In
right.
private, it's the highest number. And then whenever there's a big opportunity like Indian Pickleball League came to us. If there is a Miss India competition, our team is being involved in that.
Mhm.
If there is a Miss Diva competition, our team. As a Dean Times of Media, I'm not only reporting to Times School of Media, I'm reporting to the owners for all the media related events.
Mhm.
So
Wonderful.
like on Monday, if there is an event of Times Summit where the Prime Minister will also be coming.
Right.
So myself and the team of students will also have to go there to get the first-hand experience at how it is going on. Because it is largely media-based
Mhm.
university, because everything is for them is media. And then there are other institutions. Engineering is doing well,
Mhm.
management school.
Right.
At
Right.
present, we are having around 16,000 students.
Okay. Mhm. Wonderful.
And out of that,
Great.
13,000
Okay.
are
So,
staying inside. Yeah.
Dr. Komal, please carry on with the session. All the best, Dr. Sumit.
Thank you. Thank you, sir, for
On
your
behalf of Amity, I extend a
Yeah.
very
So-
warm welcome to you.
Amity,
Right.
sir, कहने की जरूरत ही नहीं है.
So,
Super.
you
I
are a good
express
friend and
Yeah,
no doubt,
I take you as an elder brother, sir.
colleague.
You're like I called you many times to learn a lot of things. I don't
Right.
forget
so
that.
just
I never
once,
forget that.
Yeah, so I would leave Dr. Komal because there is an e-summit also going on. So there is another session scheduled. So I'll keep joining in between in disguise.
In disguise.
But thank you
I
so
love
much, sir,
listening
for
to Dr. Sumit. It is always
Yes,
a
sir.
pleasure and honor
Same
to
here,
listen to
sir.
him. But all the
but
best for the session.
thank you
Thank
so
you.
much, sir, for joining, because I know you
Thank you,
have a
sir.
very busy schedule today. And for taking out time, even for 5 minutes, it's a blessing for us. Thank
Yeah.
you so much.
Thank you. Grateful.
Thank you.
Start, Angel.
Knowledge is power, but integrity is its soul. Good morning, everyone. I am Angel Khandelwal, along with my co-anchor, Upul Jain, with the blessings of the Honorable Founder Chancellor Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan sir and Honorable Chancellor Dr. Aseem Chauhan sir. Today, we come together not just to attend another academic session, but to engage in a dialogue that lies at the very heart of scholarship, integrity, and research. The theme for today's workshop, Research Integrity, Restoring Integrity in Academic Research, reminds us that academic progress is meaningful only when it is honest, transparent, and accountable. Research is more than the discovery of facts. It is a responsibility to uphold ethical principles, avoid misconduct, and maintain public trust in science and academia. Today's workshop emphasizes the delicate balance between innovation and integrity, which forms the cornerstone of credible and impactful research. Before we proceed, I would like to acknowledge the presence of our esteemed dignitaries. Our distinguished resource person, Professor Dr. Sumit Narula sir, Professor and Dean, Times School of Media, Bennett University, Greater Noida. Professor Dr. Amit Jain sir, Vice Chancellor of Amity University, Rajasthan. Professor Dr. Vinay Sharma sir, Dean Research Director, AIB. Professor Dr. Komal Aditya ma'am, Dean and Director of Amity Law School. We also extend a warm welcome to our faculty members, mentors, and dear students who have joined us in this intellectually enriching session. Your presence adds immense value to today's discussion. At Amity Law School, we believe in nurturing not only critical thinking, but also ethical reasoning through initiatives like moot court competitions, ADR committees, legal aid tribes, and debating societies. We aim to develop not just competing professionals, but principal leaders of tomorrow. Today's workshop is a testament to that vision. I request Professor Dr. Vinay Sharma, sir, Dean Research Director, AIB, to grace the stage. Over to you, sir.
Well, thank you so much, Dr. Narula, for again joining us on this platform. I was told that you were very busy and therefore you could not come here on the campus. In fact, that would have been very exciting.
Yeah, next time onward, yeah,
Yeah,
because of the positive
absolutely.
time it happened. But obviously, I really want to come back to
I
MIT
very
for a
well
lecture and all.
understand.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
very
yeah,
well
yeah,
understand.
yeah.
So the topic is going to be very, very exciting. We are all aware, research ethics. And you are a master in this area. I'm very well aware. You know, I listened to your lecture last time. That was
Yeah, when we were there, yes,
very well
yes.
received, and you know, it motivated, very informative, and you know, a lot of questions. We had a very good interactive session as well. My concern, because I think when you have come last time here, it's already over a year, more than 1 year, I think.
Over then, yeah. Well, last July,
And-
I was in your campus.
Okay, last July, yeah. So almost a year or something.
Hmm.
I think 2024 you were here.
24, yeah, maybe,
24.
yeah.
So
Last
it's in
last
fact
June I
almost
joined
close
this,
to
yeah.
2 years.
2 years, yes, yes.
So, but then in between now, a lot of things have, you know, happened, especially the intervention of AI now.
Hmm.
And that's a huge, huge concern.
Hmm.
One major difficulty which we experience today happens to be that how to detect AI
Yes.
through the available software.
Hmm.
And in fact, we try to, you know, also enforce it somewhere. I'll not go into the details of that. And we found that we have Turnitin, which has limitations. Limitations that it doesn't tell you the source. That's one.
Hmm.
You have better versions, Authenticate, for instance, which gives you the source as well.
Yes, yes.
But all these softwares, nevertheless, still are limited in detection of the AI because they do not have the range of, you know, very wide range of AI tools which are available, and they have a restricted coverage. Of course, they include ChatGPT, LLMs, and, you know, others, but it is still not comprehensive. That's point one. So for a very, very comprehensive checking of AI tools, that's a big challenge. Second, that anything which you, even for instance, if you are using it from the perspective of paraphrasing or English checking, etc., the moment you put the document in the public document in the ChatGPT or some software, even Grammarly, it goes into the public domain. And once
Absolutely.
it is the public domain, it is not yours.
Absolutely.
Now, next time when you want to detect something, if you, let's say, load a thesis for which a part has been checked earlier, then it would detect that as a similarity. Similarity and plagiarism, of course, are two different issues, but I mean, I'll not, there is
Yeah.
not much time, I'll speak just for 2 minutes.
No, go ahead.
So that is a big challenge. That is something which is yours, original text, but you have used it. You have used some AI tool for improvement. It goes into the public domain, and then it shows you the similarity, and then it is not yours. It becomes AI's domain. That is one. Second, I have also come across that these days, when the editor sends the papers to the reviewers, the reviewer puts the document into the ChatGPT or other software and asks it to frame 10 questions, you know, so that those questions can be sent to the editor and review is completed. So that is the way things are happening. In fact, I had the good fortune to interact with two big publishing houses. One was Springer, and the other one was Wiley. Over these issues, they wanted to take my views, that what are your views on this? So I think it's a big challenge now for the researchers, for the authors, for the editors, for the, you know, those who manage journals. I mean, for everybody, it's a big challenge. That how to precisely find out the AI-related plagiarism issue. So I think this is what I had to say. I'm sure that you will address many of such issues in your lecture. So it's all yours now. That's all from my side. Thanks a lot once again for being available on this platform.
Thank you. Thank you. So AI is obviously a double-edged sword, and it's a threat. I take it as more as a threat because we are using it like for everything. And I'll show the live examples that how India will be number 1 in retractions next year. We are at number 2 in retractions, and those retractions are coming because of AI only. People are not doing it, they're not bad, and the work they're not doing is bad, but AI is not using them to use their brain. So I'll give you all the examples when we start. So I have a lot of data on AI.
Thank you so much, sir, for your kind words. We are blessed to have Professor Dr. Komal Audityum ma'am, whose career in academics and leadership is truly inspiring. We now invite our director ma'am to address the gathering.
Thank you so much. Good morning, everyone. On behalf of Amity Law School, it gives me immense pleasure to warmly welcome all of you to this very important workshop on research ethics, restoring integrity in academic research. I extend a very cordial welcome to our distinguished resource person, Professor Dr. Sumit Narula, sir, respected Honorable Professor Amit Jain, sir, Honorable Vice Chancellor, as he joined in the beginning, but because we are having the e-summit also simultaneously in the university, so I just welcome him because he was there in the beginning of this workshop. Respected Professor Vinay Sharma, sir, Dean Research Director, esteemed faculty members, research scholars, and dear students. I take this opportunity to express my sincere gratitude to our esteemed resource person, Professor Sumit Narula, sir, for accepting our invitation and agreeing to share his valuable insights on the topic. So your distinguished expertise in the field of research will definitely today enrich the learning experience of our faculty members and all other participants. Thank you so much, sir, for joining. As we
Thank you,
know
ma'am.
that research is the foundation of academic growth and societal progress. However, the true value of research lies not only in innovation and discovery, but also in ethical principles that guide it. So, integrity, honesty, accountability, and respect for human and animal subjects are the cornerstones of credible and responsible research. In an era of rapid publication pressure, as we all faculty members have to go for research publications, that's very important for every university to have that research growth. The technological advancement, the interdisciplinary studies, understanding and practicing research ethics become even more important and relevant than ever. Today's workshop aims to create awareness and foster meaningful discussion on ethical standards in research. Issues such as plagiarism, authorship, data integrity, and compliance with ethical guidelines. I'm confident that this workshop will help our researchers and students together strengthen their ethical understanding and apply these principles in their academic and professional journey. I take this moment to appreciate the efforts of the convener of this event, the most energetic faculty, Dr. Abhijay Chakravarti, for his dedication in planning of this event. I encourage all the participants to actively engage in the session, ask questions in the end. If they have some queries that will be satisfied by our respected resource person, and also reflect on how ethical practices can be integrated into your own research work. So with these words, I once again welcome you all and wish the seminar, this workshop, every success. Thank you so much and wish everyone a very fruitful learning experience.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your enlightening words. Now, we would like to invite our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. Amit Jain, sir. Sir has held senior positions in academic leadership and international collaborations, and his guidance has fostered research excellence in various disciplines. Sir, we request you to kindly address the audience.
I think he's busy, but
So we will start. Let's start because we will then run short of time.
Yeah,
So,
sure.
Yeah, so I'll just, my introduction is that I am an MITian first, and then I joined the Bennett University. So I worked in MIT for around 15 years. My career started with MIT Noida. Then I went to MIT Gwalior for 10 years. Then I was with MIT Gurgaon for 2 years. And then I set up the MIT Bangalore ESCO and did some work with MIT Bangalore campus also. So I'm being nurtured, mentored by Dr. Aseem Chauhan, who is our loving chancellor. And I take Amit Jain sir as my elder brother. And whenever there is a problem, I do call him still from my other. And Dr. Komal ma'am, I know her from Manipal University. She is my long senior from Punjab University, and she is a Punjab University graduate, law graduate, and I am there, but I'm a bit younger, so she's a long time senior. But we are very close. We are kind of family friends. And Vinay Sharma sir, I think through NAC, and it's been long that I'm in touch with Vinay Sharma sir for research. So MIT is like a second home. So no official kind of information is required about me. So let's directly go to the purpose, because at 12:30 we need to wind it up. There's a lot of data that I will be sharing, a lot of information I have to tell this to the world, and a lot of new things which are coming up I have to show to the new researchers, research scholars, and the faculty, those who have joined. So I'll just share my screen. Everything is live. There are no slides at all. And then I'll start. So let me start with the AI. As sir has discussed that, let's discuss the AI. So I'll show something very unique, which is called tortured phrases. So now what happens in tortured phrases is, once you use the Quillbot or any other software for your research or for your publication, it generates some kind of useless words. I will show you the live examples. So those useless words enters our databases, and then we are unable to know whether they're wrong or right. But there are people, those are working in this area, they tell us that these are fraud words that we have used. So I'll just give me 1 minute. I'll just show you that. We'll start from that only. So this is a very interesting thing which I will be showing you. Okay, this has published in a paper. I'll come to this paper, but before that, let's see this. So I think my screen is clear, everybody? Ma'am, a quick yes or no if my screen is clear.
yes, it's clear.
Yes, it is clear.
Yeah, so just look at this. This is a published research paper. I will share that research paper with you also. So on the left-hand side are the tortured phrases which are used in the publication with the use of the AI. On the right-hand side are the correct wording. So if you see, the word deep neural network has been used as profound neural organization with the help of the software Quillbot and all. Now, when you do this hoodwinking, you might save yourself from Turnitin, as Turnitin is not that solid to catch it. But at the end of the day, there are research sleuths. Research sleuths are those who are catching these kind of fraud and telling this to the world that this word was caught in this journal, in this research paper. Another action would be retraction. Your paper will be retracted, your university will come in a bad name, and your own academic career will be ruined even if it's done after the publication. So it does not matter even if your paper is published, that your responsibility is gone. No, you are still responsible. You are still responsible because the paper is on your name. So just look at the second word. The word is artificial neural network, but it has been used as neural organization. And in terms of artificial, it is fake or counterfeit. Mobile network is being used as versatile organization. Network connection is used as organization association. So they're building up a dictionary of these fraud words. At the moment, they have 42,000 fraud words. This work is being led by Golinac in France. He's in a France university, and he's specifically doing this work. And this work is coming back to bite us in India. The work started in 2023. Now after 3-4 years, now they're looking at India, and many of the Indian research papers, mostly from the engineering and from the management side and from the sciences, not social sciences, not law, management, engineering, and the sciences papers are trapped by this. This is no predatory, no clone, only the misuse of the AI. And then you see the words, because we think that we have hoodwinking the system, words change ho gaya to bach sakte hain. Yes, you survive, but not for long. Because everything is online. Anybody can be checked anywhere, anytime. So we need to carefully understand that for shorter gains, we are losing the bigger battles. I'll show you the example that how they catch it and how they prove to the word. Now, this is an example. Just look at this. So this paper was published in Information Processing and Management Journal, already published paper. And then there is this letter. This Elsevier article cited 38 times several tortured phrases that make some passages hard to understand. These typically result from an attempt to avoid plagiarism detection using a paraphrasing software. So far, the following has been spotted. So they have highlighted it here in the research paper. So logistic regression is now changed to calculated relapse. Randomly has been changed to haphazardly. Features has been changed to highlights. Input data has been changed to information. Loss function has been changed to misfortune work. So you can understand, like trend analysis, which is a simple word. One should not change it, but it has been changed to slant investigation. Now, why this is happening? Because we are unaware of this. We are not being taught like that. Nobody is telling us what to do. We are having courses on research ethics, but the teacher also does not know what are research ethics. They have never done the publication. And once you do the publication, you understand that it's not an easy task. It takes months, sometimes years to publish a good research paper. But if we are in a hurry to publish in 2 months, 4 months, or 3 months, we will be trapped by these predatory journals or these softwares. Do not go for easy goals. Choose the right path. It is a difficult path. The work which we are doing under our Center for Forensic Scientometry, which I started there. In MIT also, we had our Center for Forensic Scientometry and all. It is not an easy work. Telling people that they are doing blunders is not accepted by all. Some of the universities do not accept this work at all. They don't like to be taught. But at the end of the day, when they lose research paper, they lose ranking, then they come back to us. So it is very, very important for youngsters to understand this right now. Because in the coming years, there will be more competition. India is a competitive nation. Everybody is after India. Now they're ruining the academics. And to sustain ourselves, the youth in the academics, we need to understand that we will not go for shortcuts. And this is a simple shortcut. And that is why China has changed the policy. China has gone very strict because China has the maximum retraction. But India, there is no strictness at the moment. People are just publishing and into the journals, just getting PhD degrees without even looking at the research paper, whether it is in Scopus or not. Even if it is in Scopus, when was it in Scopus? Scopus discontinued a journal in 2022, but you're still publishing in 2026. That means there is some problem with the system, some problem with the research team, some problem with the understanding of the ethics, that you just cannot publish in a journal which is already discontinued. Right? And these are the reasons why the journals are discontinued, because the journals are not reading, they're just publishing. Even if it's a word class Elsevier, they too are having these torture phrases with them. Right? So let's have a question on that. Anybody, any question related to generative AI and all? I'll clear your doubts right now. You can come to the mic, or if people are online, you can unmute and you can just ask a question related to generative AI and AI. Then we'll shift to other topics also.
Sir, good morning. I have a question.
Yes, sir. Yeah, Vijay, go ahead.
So, sir, like in the tortured phrases, if somebody is using haphazardly instead of randomly, so are you trying to convey that people are just quoting the synonyms and it's not allowed?
Oh, if it is a synonym, it is allowed. Haphazardly is not the synonym of randomly.
But
As per the line.
highlights and features, they sound synonymous. So
The features of what? And highlights of what?
okay, in the context of the article.
In the context, yeah, in the context.
Okay, only the word has been quoted, but
Yeah,
the context does not reflect the meaning.
Yeah, if you read the context here in the paper, Just read. We stacked 3 profound thickly.
We start doing profound. Okay, right.
So profound may be the synonym of something, but it's just there. And then principal calculated relapse.
Mm.
So when you read in the context, now let's go to happen. Partitioned haphazardly to 3 sets. Partitioned. So when you read in the context, that is why they have sent you the paper. They will just put the paper in the MRI machine and it will come out like cancer.
Right, sir.
So the team which is working in France, they have these words. So they put paper in that and the paper will come up like that.
Okay.
It is a well-read system that they have developed.
Okay.
Otherwise, synonyms are allowed. Why would
Right.
they ask for tortured phrases?
And how do we avoid such?
You have to write in your own language and use genuine words. Do not go for haphazardly or calculated relapse. These words do not exist at all in research. They're man-made disasters. ये हमने खुद बनाए हैं अपने लिए कि क्योंकि हमने Turnitin को hoodwink करना है. Slant investigation. I haven't heard this word ever. But when you go up, you see the slant investigation means trend analysis.
So this detection tool, Dr. Nurullah, has also come out in the form of a software.
Yeah.
Okay.
They are working on it.
Yes,
Yes, they are working on it. No, not a purchase. It's free at the moment. I am working with them, so I'll share the detail with you. So
Okay.
they're not selling it because they're not earning money. They want to correct the word order in academics and research.
So
once it is sold,
if you Google it, you are able to find the software.
You will be able to find the team also. You will be able to find everybody there, the team that's working. So it is the point I'm trying to make is that there are many things people are doing, and we think that nothing is being happened or हम चुपचाप बैठे हैं. ऐसा नहीं है. People are watching us, they're looking at us, and they're doing it every. Now these things will go to the ranking team also, and when the ranking QSTHE will imbibe that in, so they will understand that some of the universities are just publishing. If we look at the top 1% highly cited in the Clarivate, only 5 Indians were there. But top 2% in Elsevier, there are 6,300 Indians. So where there are standards are very high, we have lesser number of people. And when there the standards are like normal, you will see many Indians there. So the point I'm trying to make is that wherever there is strictness, ethics, integrity, we will lose the battle, right? But whenever there is a kind of lackadaisical approach or like ye chalo chalta hai, then you will see many Indians working highly there. So that is also a concern. Otherwise, 1% highly cited research, why only 5? And Scopus 2%, why 6,000? इतना margin कैसे हो सकता है बताइए 6,000 से 5? So that means there's something wrong. Okay, so somebody has raised the hand. Abhijit, do you have any question? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Actually, this the name is Dr. Gopalam, but the screen is
no, Dr. Gopalam. Sorry, but we'll have interactive session.
No, ma'am, इसको चलने देते हैं. Let's have the questions because उससे फिर clear होता जाएगा. Otherwise, फिर वो flow टूट
So
जाएगा.
then you will have to give us more time then.
ठीक है. 1 बजे तक तो बैठूंगा मैं.
Then it's absolutely fine. Thank you so much.
1 बजे तक तो हूँ मैं. Yes.
Sir, like I just wanted more clarity. The ascent of digital currencies has changed the method. So I think they want to write the rise of digital currencies here.
Yeah.
Right. So, but what is wrong in the word ascent also? Like academically we see it. So, like
ये word इन्होंने they have used this word to hoodwink the Turnitin or plagiarism software. Right? Why not rise then?
Just to make it look more professional or something, sound like more.
Through paraphrasing of the softwares, it's been done. It's not written by a person in his own language. In his own language, rise will be the word.
Right. Thank you, sir.
Right. So Kisle, your hand is raised. Kisle Sahil and Richa Gupta. Please go ahead. I'm also switching off the camera to save the bandwidth here because the camera is might.
So that's what I'm requesting, Dr. Sumit Narula.
Let's continue. Yeah, let's continue. And then,
because then there will be
back.
lots of interruptions.
Yeah. Okay.
No?
12:30 we'll start.
We'll ask them to put the
yeah.
questions in the chat box if they have any questions there. So you will be able to answer those questions at the end of this session then.
Okay. Up to 12:30 I'll go and then we'll have questions.
Thank you so much.
Done. Okay, so my screen is shared. Let me start with some of the live examples of the fraud journals. After the generative way, let's go to the fraud journal. So the first one which I usually show is Aguim. So now if you look at the website of the journal, which is visible to you all, you think that it is the original one. But if you haven't seen the original website, you will not be able to catch the fraud ones also. So I will also show you the original websites. But first we will triangulate it. We will see that where are these red flags and how we can catch this fraud journal and how you yourself be able to catch it on your own after having the information from my side. So the first red flag is UGC Care Group approved. Why it is written here? Because India is their target. They want to target only the Indian young scholars and Indian young faculties. And for them, UGC Care लिख दो, हमारा काम आसान हो जाएगा. So this is a big red flag. Why UGC Care Group 2 is not approved now? Because the UGC Care is gone now. After 24th or 2024 October, this is the public notice of February 2025. It's been 1 year that UGC Care does not exist. This data is just for your reference. UGC Care does not exist. So if a journal is still using UGC Care Group approved, that means they're giving you disinformation. They are the fraudsters. So this is the first red flag. Wherever you see a UGC Care approved journal, that means they are giving you fraud information and they are not giving you the right information. Ab ekdam se you should be conscious. It's not that we are against UGC. No, UGC Care does not exist at the moment. If there is UGC Care, then it is fine, but it does not exist. So that is the point. Why they're writing it? They're writing it because they're targeting Indian research scholars. In Indian respect, we respect UGC a lot. For us, UGC is a very, very sacrosanct big agency which will look after the Indian education system. And that is why they misuse this concept and write UGC Care Group approved too. Second red flag is multidisciplinary journal. We need to carefully understand that a journal can be interdisciplinary, but it cannot be multidisciplinary. I'll give you the example. Multidisciplinary means that I can publish in a biology journal, although I'm a journalist. I cannot. I can publish in a chemistry journal? No. I can publish in a law journal? Yes. Interdisciplinary. Media, law, and ethics can publish with each other, but we cannot go into the medical journals. We cannot go into an orthopedics journal. So multidisciplinarity, be very, very careful. You can be multitasking. I understand that we can do simultaneously 4 or 5 works together, driving, eating, and calling somebody, but you cannot publish in a multidisciplinary journal. So be very, very careful. There are not much multidisciplinary journals left in the world where we can publish. We will go with interdisciplinary. So word for you is interdisciplinary. The third one is ISO certification. It is again a fraud. Who needs an ISO certification for a journal? We are not selling Saria or vector pipes or Jacqua or something like that. It is research. It is academic. So ISO certification is not required. They wrote it because Indians are fascinated to see an ISO certification. And they know our fascinations also. These fraudsters know our fascination. And that is why they wrote an ISO certification, so that Indians can be trapped and can be asked to publish with the journal. This is the third red flag. The fourth red flag is the Gmail ID. I'm not against Google team and all, but people starting a journal and putting up work on a Gmail ID is a big no. And even if you get a call for papers on your email ID, I'm telling again, if you get a call for paper on your email ID, 10,000% it's a fraud journal. You're getting my point? You will not get a call for paper on your email ID from a world-class journal. You getting my point in that case? Fifth red flag is when you click on contact tab, the things will be blank. Means no information will be provided to you who these people are, whom you are sending your paper, who is taking away your research, who is taking your money, you don't know. So contact details are blank. Then you go to the editorial board. Editorial board is cut, copied, and pasted like this. Let me show you a world-class journal and the editorial board. So we have a world-class journal here. The management team knows, management means the management faculty, benchmarking. It is a world-class journal of Emerald, right? Now, if you look at the editorial team, it is how the editorial team looks like. The email IDs are officially given, right? All the email IDs are official email IDs. Nobody is working with the Gmail ID. Now, what happens with the fraud journal is that, let's go to the fraud journal. Here it is. Only this kind of information is given. Their names are cut, copied, and pasted. These people also does not know that their names have been misused here. Then you look at the grammatical errors. Just look at the spelling of archives. It's wrong. Then look at the current issue. You will see papers like this. One is on something like Bathinda and Bhopal. One is in Hindi language. One is on changing banking sector. Some on North Bihar. One is on Kabaddi. Then one Hindi. Then one is on volleyball. People from all over India are trapped by them. And you go to the call for paper, you will see all the areas have been covered by them. You just cannot cover all the areas. You do not have the people to do the peer review. And somebody added date fruit also, date palm. Who कह रहे थे खजूर नहीं है. They wanted to push a paper on khajur. So you can see on khajur they have written date palm. So all the areas, how can a journal cover all the areas? This is again a big tragedy for Indian academics. Then you go down and then you see this. Submission last date is throughout the year. You just see this audacity. Submission last date throughout the year. ऐसा होता नहीं है. It is always date bound. It just cannot be throughout the year. Acceptance status cannot be 24 hours. Some journals take 1 year. How can you give the acceptance in 24 hours? Again a fraud. Publication in 24 hours. Again a fraud. 12 issues. And then on the right hand side, direct chat support. Why are they chatting with you? There's no chat required in world class journals. They don't chat. They don't speak. You send your paper, they get back to you, yes or no. Then double blind review means both are blind. The sender is also blind, the reviewer is also blind because they're fraudsters. And we are also blind because we do not know whether it's a genuine journal or a fraud journal. Then there is fees involved also. You lose your money, your reputation, your research, and then money is also 2,000 per paper. In India, as per our Center for Forensic Scientometry, we are losing 200 papers every month. And mostly we lose on Saturday, Sundays. When people are free, they cut copy a paper, send it to a clone journal and publish in 1 hour. So we're losing money and research, everything. Even cut, copied, pasted material is plagiarized. And then there is a fraud impact factor. Who has given them this impact factor 6.1? This is a fraud agency, but they have the impact factor. So these are the points which we make to catch and to say that this is a clone journal. Now the question comes, if it is a clone journal, where is the original one? There should be original one also, na? So clone journal is a copy of the original one. For that, we take the help of SJR. SJR is a free resource of Scopus. That is SJR International Science Ranking of Scopus. So I'll go to SJR and I type the name of the journal, copy it from here, and I'll see what is the status of the journal in SJR. So in SJR, I copied Aguim, and then you can see it is a Belgium journal. So a Belgium journal publishing in Belgium language in Belgium will not have this kind of a useless website only to cater the Indian scholars. A world-class journal from Belgium will not have the website which is catering just to Indian scholars. So the doubt is confirmed that this is the fraud website. We'll dig deeper and we click here on Aguim and we saw that the publisher is GeoEcoTrop. Although we are unable to find the homepage here, we click here on GeoEcoTrop, again clicked on GeoEcoTrop and we found the homepage here. We will click here on home and this is the homepage or landing page of GeoEcoTrop from Belgium. Look at the source, it is .be. But if you go to the fraud one, it is like that, .com and all. So if you have a Turkey journal, it will be .tr. If it is a Dubai journal, it will be .ae. It is Italy journal, it will be .it. And if it is German journal, .gr. And if it is French journal, .fr. So you need to see the landing page URL also. So we triangulated, we know that this is a fraud journal. Let me show you another one. Now look at this Adalia journal. This is again a fraud journal. This is a journal, the original journal is in Turkey, publishing in Turkish language. I will show you the landing page and everything. Just look at the red flags. Contact us blank, nothing is there. Editorial board is again cut, copied and posted. In archives, you will see the edition. Let's randomly check November 2025 and you will see paper from all over India. No university is spared by them. It's not that MIT or Bennett will not have paper. Every university is sending papers to these clone journals by mistake and because of lack of awareness. That is very, very important for us, that the awareness campaigns which we are doing should be done everywhere in India to save the Indian research. So again, now going to Adalia, these are some of the issues. And again, the impact factor 5.3, we do not know who has given them. Again, a fraud. Go to about the journal. All the misinformations are there. You go to call for paper. Again, all the areas are covered by them. Now, where is the journal? We'll copy the name. We will take the help of MJL, Master Journalist. I don't have the access at the moment, but you can create your free account. A basic free account will be created. You click on login. I am entering with my Gmail ID, sign in, and I will have the limited access. Everybody can have the limited access. This limited access will give us a lot of information about the health of the journal. So Adalia typed here, search journal. So the exact match is found. It is in Web of Science and it is publishing in Turkey here. I click here on view profile page to get out the more information. And when I click here, more information has came, and then you can see primary language is Turkey. Country is also Turkey. Frequency is annual, not monthly. It is once a year. But the fraud website says 12 issues a year. So we click here on visit site. It will take us to the original website, which is in Turkey, publishing in Turkish language. So I have converted into English. Let me convert into Turkish again. So you just look at this. So this is a Turkish language journal. But what we saw was the clone journal. This was the clone journal. So as per our research in India at the moment, there are 400 clone journals. You can imagine 400. And every day they're coming up with something new. And most of the journals which are of a different language like Turkish, French, German, Russian, and Dutch, these languages are cloned more in India because we are unable to read them originally and we will not be able to find them also originally. It's not a difficult work, but we do not want to do it, then there is a problem. Let me show you a Chinese also. So this is a Chinese journal. I say that on record many times that China has around 50 plus fraud journals in India, 50 plus fraud journals in India, which are taking away our research and money. China cannot win a traditional war, so they are sending fraud journals to Indian academics. We publish with them, we lose money, we research, we lose money, we lose research and reputation and everything. So how can we triangulate that? Again, the same red flags. Contact details will be blank. You go to the past issue, randomly pick up any issue, and you will see papers like that. Central University of Odisha, Maharashtra, Malaysia, Bangalore, Tamil Nadu. So paper from all over India are pouring into these kind of journals. Just look at the papers. Current issue, let's go to the current issue. It's not out at the moment. Okay. Then call for paper again. All the areas are covered, which is not possible. It is again a fraud. Click on home. Then they're giving you a screenshot that it is in Scopus. Yes, it is in Scopus, but this is not the original website of the journal. And again, UGC care and all, UGC care and everything. So now how will we search it? Again, we'll copy this name. We'll go to the SJR. We'll put the name here, search, and then you can see it's a China Science Press Journal. And we click here on home. It will take us to the original home page, which is in China, publishing in Chinese language. And you can see that URL is also .cn, and you'll not be able to read a single word originally. I hope you're understanding. Let me show you more. Zhejiang University Journal, again a Chinese journal, a cloned one in India. You can see again, submission last date throughout the year, acceptance status 15 days. It was 1 day, but now they've written 15 days. And then you can see issues and all. Contact us are blank. Editorial board is cut, copied, pasted. Call for paper, archives current issue. Let's go to current issue, and you see papers like this. Right. So let's have one or two question. Anybody, any question or any point? We will search more journals. I'll show you more examples. Otherwise, might not go bore. So anybody, any question? एक आधा क्वेश्चन में हम ले लेते हैं. Let's see.
But for now, we don't have any question.
Okay. Any online participants? Let me see if they have any question. Okay. Suchendra Ghosh. Go ahead, Suchendra Ghosh. You raise your hand. You can unmute and ask. Suchandra Ghosh. So Chandra Ghosh, can you unmute and ask your question?
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Sir, I'm the research scholar in Amity School of Languages,
Right, ma'am.
AUR.
Right.
So, my domain is French literature.
Hmm.
So, sir, could you please help me to find out a good journal for French
Yeah,
foreign language?
for that, I'll give you my details. You message me on WhatsApp, so I'll get back to
Okay.
you. At the moment, we are going away from the topic if I start searching for the journal. Anybody has any question related to cloned journal or any journal that you think can be a cloned one? We can work on that. If anybody has that question. Okay, Tarun Devedi. Go ahead, Tarun.
Sir, this is
Okay,
Asna.
okay, ma'am, you are on the mic. Okay, go ahead first, ma'am.
Sir, I wanted to ask about the plagiarism with
Yeah.
respect to the like I'm from law field, so there are certain law provisions also. So
Mhm.
there are, as you talked about the forged names that were there, tortured phrases.
Mhm.
So here, how do we tackle the plagiarism with respect to Turnitin? Because there are certain terms which we cannot change. So what I do is with respect to the plagiarism is I quote them, but that is also not allowed.
That is also not the right way.
Corpus. So how do we change? Because here I say, for example, mental illness is there. So I wrote a paper on that, and I had to change it to mental disease because mental illness will be cast in Scopus. Oh, sorry, in Turnitin. So
So
how
as per
do we
the,
do that?
I have opened the, if you can see the screen, I have opened the guidelines of Government of India. So as the lawyer, you know that these are the guidelines on a gazetted one. So these are legally binding, right? So this has happened, this published in 2018, July 2018 guidelines. So if I see, and I'll send you the copy everybody for research scholar, we give it to all our research scholars. So it has given all the things that what is plagiarism and what is the what would be ramification if you do the plagiarism. Just read 2-3 lines. Let's read it together, and then you will see. So it says that all quoted work reproduced with all necessary permission is not checked. All references is excluded. All generic terms, laws, standards, and standard equations will be excluded. And then it shall exclude a common knowledge or coincidental terms up to 14 consecutive words.
Small intervention, Dr. Narula.
Yes, sir.
In fact, we already have implemented this plagiarism policy at AUR. It was approved by the research board already a couple of years as soon as the notice has come. We already have department academic integrity panels. And thereafter,
IDAP वो सब जगह होंगे. The point I'm trying to make is that the information, the point I'm making is that
IPB की meeting
हाँ, वो तो हमने भी बनाया था. तो हमने
So
the
we
point
do
I'm trying to
that.
make is कि लोगों तक people are not aware of this thing.
Aware, but
हमने
हमने
अपना
separate किया
काम तो
था.
हमने अपना काम तो कर लिया, पर क्या हमने ये पढ़ाया? नहीं. या
हाँ
जब
नहीं, वो
लोग हमारे
PhD
पास आए.
coordinators वगैरह सबको किया circulate and वो awareness करते हैं वैसे normally हम department. But
हाँ, तो
nevertheless,
ये
many people may not.
She is a new faculty member. She
Right.
has recently
Okay.
joined.
हाँ, तो
That
इसमें
is
क्या
good.
होता है, मैं इनको बता रहा हूँ मैम, जिन्होंने भी ज्वाइन किया, आप 14 वर्ड्स तक बिल्कुल सही लिख सकते हैं. एंड एज पर दी एमिटी यूनिवर्सिटी पॉलिसी, जब मैंने भी इनके साथ काम किया तो मैंने ही टर्निटिन की पॉलिसी बनाई थी. 14 वर्ड्स तक टर्निटिन पकड़ेगा भी नहीं. उसके बाद फिर टर्निटिन में वो होता है. तो इफ हैज 14 वर्ड्स अप टू दैट, इट विल नॉट बी कॉट. अब नाउ यू आर सेइंग सम वर्ड्स आर हाईलाइटेड, उन वर्ड्स को चेंज मत करो. अब यू गो इट विद देम, बट वंस यू पुट इनटू कोटेशन, वो फिर वही हो जाएगा दैट यू आर ट्राइंग टू hoodwink this system. So try to write in try to write in your own language and do not change the word. It will come down to 20% or 15%, what is the yardstick of MIT University. But अगर आप उसको
Sir, but
quotation में डाल रहे हैं उससे
Scopus,
प्रॉब्लम आएगी.
so with respect to Scopus, they do not follow this, I think. I'm not sure, I'm just asking.
No, it's not the scope. Scopus का लेना देना नहीं है plagiarism से.
Yes.
Scopus is not a publishing publishing agency. Journal is a publishing agency. Scopus is an indexing agency. स्कोपस कुछ चेक नहीं करता आपका कभी भी. उसके पास टाइम ही नहीं है स्कोपस के पास कि वो लोगों के पेपर्स को पढ़े. उसने जर्नल को इंडेक्स कर लिया है. जर्नल की जिम्मेवारी है कि वो अपने आप को ध्यान से और अच्छे तरीके से चलाए. स्कोपस को नहीं पता चलता जी. तभी तो इतने प्रेडेटरी जर्नल स्कोपस के डेटाबेस में है, क्योंकि वो हर जर्नल को एक बार इंडेक्स करने के बाद उस पर थोड़ा टाइम नहीं लगाता, जिससे वजह से लोग प्रेडेटरी जर्नल्स भी आ जाते हैं कई बार इनटू इट. सो दिस इज द एंटायर प्रॉब्लम ऑफ आवर ओन राइटिंग एंड द रूल ऑफ द जर्नल्स एंड देन द रूल ऑफ द एजुकेशन सिस्टम इन इंडिया. तो ये गवर्नमेंट के बहुत अच्छे बने हुए रूल्स हैं, बट नॉट मच ऑफ द रूल्स आर फॉलोड लाइक दैट, एंड देन देयर इज लैक ऑफ अवेयरनेस ऑल्सो. यूनिवर्सिटीज हैव द पैरामीटर्स, IDAP एंड एवरीथिंग, वो हमने भी बनाए थे. लेकिन as soon as the day one, we have also started the PhD orientation here, and I will be teaching the RPE to whole of the Banneret University. जितने भी research scholars हैं उनको end to end मैंने RPE पढ़ाना है. My first class is on Tuesday, but they have received the syllabus from me on today only. So 3 दिन पहले उनके पास सारा मटेरियल पढ़ने के लिए जा चुका है. ये कई बार हमारा रह जाता है that we are not able to give the material in advance to the students, जिससे थोड़ा सा गैप आ जाता है, that you understand it at a later stage when it is late sometime.
So one of the participant has raised two queries. I would like to present them to you. So her question is, if there is any journal that was existing till 2025, then how will we know that the journal will exist in the upcoming years in Scopus or any other?
So we have an algorithm. During that, we check that journal in advance and we give the advanced reporting. I'll just give you the report. I'll show the report to everybody. So in our Center for Forensics Scientometric, we do that in advance, and through our algorithm, we catch the journal and we share the details to all the people that this journal has gone rogue and do not publish with that journal. So let me show you that report once. Here it is. So this is called Forensic Sciences Early Warning Report. So we alert the people. Here it is. So this was the report we generated of the journal. So if you can check, International Journal of Environmental Sciences has been removed and all the back files are also been removed. So it had, just look at this, it had 10 paper, 12 paper, and suddenly it rose to 1800 paper, 800 papers. So this is the kind of data that we check, and we see the trend also. And after 800, how many are from India? We tell that also. So if I tell you that, so India must have India had 546 out of 800. So we tell that which country is doing the bad practices as a country. We are not after any institution, we are not after every university, but we want to save the nation from this menace. So we specifically see that how many papers from India are trapped into a predatory journal. So this is how we check it, and we tell that in advance. This early warning system is like that only. Every month we catch around 4 to 5 predatory journals and tell this through the word, through our own research parameters, that this journal has turned predatory and please do not publish with that journal. I will share the report with the university and with ma'am also, so that in advance you can come to know about it. Yeah, what is the next question?
So another question is, if a research paper is replaced with a subscription-based rephrasing software, then when we check it in any AI or plagiarism, it shows specific area only that is corrupted. How can we overcome this issue?
Can you come again with the first line? If
a research paper is replaced with a subscription-based rephrasing software,
no.
then we check it.
Even if it is a subscription-based rephrasing software is a bad software. You just cannot rephrase. You have to write in your own language. So rephrasing software means you are using a software, a total software for your research, which is not allowed at all. You will be caught. The softwares will catch it, and the journal can also catch it. As an editor-in-chief of a journal, which is an MIT journal now, the journal is being run by MIT Gurgaon campus. I started that in 2015, and up to 2025, I was the editor-in-chief. It is a Q1 journal, the only journal in the entire MIT universe. We have 14 campuses, but the only journal in the entire MIT campus universe is that journal. Till then, there is no other Scopus index journal. So while we were running that journal, I was very, very careful and meticulous that I have to read each and every paper and a para of that. And then I can, as a teacher myself, say that this person cannot write this paper because one para is fine, one para is very fine, and one para is very bad. So that means somewhere there is paraphrasing used, somewhere he has used his own mind, and somewhere he has cut, copied, and pasted. So if you read a paper from end to end, you can reject on your own also. You don't need any software. As a teacher, we don't need any software. We know how the students are doing the work. We know they are using the AI in their assignments also. A student who's not doing it good at all, doesn't speak a line of English in the class and doesn't understand even English, and writing beautiful English in the assignments, we understand that. As a teacher, we can catch that. We don't need any software at all. We can see on the face of it that this student is not able to do that. But we are not naming and shaming anybody. We really want everybody to work hard. So as a teacher, we know this. So the same happens is that if you're using a re-paraphrase software, even if it is a subscription-based software, you're not on the right track. We have to write in our own language.
So currently you are using some software for your journal, sir?
So that journal is with now Gurgaon campus. So I think they are using
Okay.
Turnitin is there. So they are. Oh yes, Turnitin we were using, and again Turnitin is
But
there.
Turnitin, has a lot of problems with, especially with relation to AI detection.
No, they have started giving the AI reports
And
also.
they have started giving, but source is not given.
Source
Authenticate
of the
gives you the
source
source.
of the AI, source of the AI, they are working on that because
They are working,
last
but
week we had in the last week we had the international conference and Turnitin team was there. They were my software partner of that conference, and the team was in the Bennett. So we
because
had
what
the same-
happens is that one is required to make publications from one's own thesis, and those will be detected as plagiarism by AI detection tool of Turnitin. And what we do normally is that we exclude those because they are journals, they are the scholars' own publications, part of the data which is part of the data which has been incorporated in the thesis. So we exclude them. But then AI detection tool of Turnitin is not telling you the source, so therefore that cannot be done. That's the
yeah.
problem.
For this
Authenticate now, Authenticate has
Authenticate,
still by
Authenticate,
ways.
yeah, that is costly also. Authenticate is
That is
costly.
costly also, and moreover, that is also not very fair because AI detection has its own limitations, because as I initially has put it, that everything, even if you are looking at it from the perspective of grammar checking, it goes into the public domain. And once it goes into the public domain, then, it would detect as a AI.
But the point I'm trying to make is
Plagiarism.
that
That's the problem.
AI can be used just for our help, just for conceptualization, but it
Right.
cannot be used for the writing skills, which all the students are doing.
Oh.
You can have the conceptualization that I want to understand what is Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, but you will not ask the ChatGPT to write a full essay on Bharat Nyaya Sanhita and then cut, copy, and paste.
Absolutely, but my concern was that how to detect AI plagiarism if it is in the thesis. So
So
what do we
I've
do
showed
for
you, I have showed you the tortured phrases. You send me the thesis, I'll just check it. I have that access to that software of French. So what I'm trying to say is that it is there coming up very soon. And then we will
Coming
be,
up, yeah. Okay.
yeah, then we will be in doldrums that we have done a lot of bad research and now everybody is catching India.
Because presently
So at the moment, we have to tell them that they have to write in their own language, even if AI is there to help them out. But
Yeah,
AI will not be able to save it. AI will not be able to save them in the further time when the thesis is in Shodhganga or somewhere else. It will be picked up from there. And then
that
if
of course we are
using
doing,
these
but
words-
my worry is that how to detect if somebody is using, AI generated data, literature review and all those things.
So it is caught, sir. It is caught. It is very well caught by the reviewers. It is very well caught by the person, those who are into that field. It's not a difficult task for a learned man to
It's
catch it.
caught in
Because
catching
sir, we
fair
call-
AI or unfair AI. That's the worry. Because
so there is another point
there is
also.
a
We
false
catch-
AI detection.
I'll intervene here, sir. Excuse me. But what Dr. Sumit Narula is suggesting, that's absolutely correct. Like in law also, even if we are not going for AI plagiarism test, but we can make out. Recently, there was one thesis where the journals which were mentioned in the footnotes are not available in India itself.
Look, I tell
So-
you the problem, specific
so-
problem.
So
Now,
you
for
can,
instance,
when you
UGC
go
plagiarism
through the.
policy, no, let me finish. I tell you the problem. What's my specific problem? UGC plagiarism policy states that this much 10% for this, 15% for literature review, etc., etc. And if there are, papers which have been included in the thesis, then that is excluded. Now, if I use it for AI, the same tool, Turnitin, it doesn't tell you the source. Now, for instance, tell you 70%,
Sir,
80% or
we
whatever.
don't,
So
sir,
my
we-
problem, specific problem is that how to detect, we discourage, that's fine. We are able to, let's say, as you are saying, by reading, we can tell this is AI. But how to document that and tell the scholar, no, it is high content. I can't say it, नहीं आपने AI यूज किया इसको हटाओ आप. एक रिपोर्ट में चाहिए ना, मैं डॉक्यूमेंट चाहिए, उसकी बात कर रहा हूँ.
हाँ, so उसके लिए sir, there are two things that we are doing here.
That's a very expensive tool. Even
नहीं,
I
नहीं,
have
मैं-
heard about it.
नहीं, मैं
That
आपको
AI plagiarism detection.
अरे मैं आपको एग्जांपल देता हूँ ना सीधा. Sir is talking about the data fudging and all. We ask for the raw files. If somebody is saying my Convac alpha is 0.83, I will ask, give me the raw data. I have the software. I'll put that raw data into my software. It should answer 0.83. So data fudging can be caught into the other way around also.
Data fudging is one aspect, but
So
even
everywhere there, we have the ways to catch the people in the journal. अब journal में मेरे पास हजारों पेपर आते थे. MIT का ही journal है. So I keep on asking for the raw data, and I was the first one in India to ask for the raw data. Nobody's asking for the raw data. Even thesis also. There are not much evaluations come to me because they know that I'm strict and I reject also. I ask for the raw data. It's not that the simple thesis will come to me and I will not do the calculations. I
but
do the
absolutely,
calculations
sir,
in my
thesis
system.
is
My
very-
research scholar will sit with me. He will learn from that the raw data is there, whether the thesis is right or wrong. So this has come up to counter the AI. It's not that we have to rely on the softwares all the time.
Absolutely, I
Human
agree
brain
with
is the
you.
absolute
I
one
agree with
who has
you,
made
and
the AI. So
I
what
agree
we
with
are,
you, raw data is one aspect, but literature review, etc., introduction, these are all.
no, no, in literature review, if you do the Prisma, we ask for the raw data of the Prisma also. We ask that from where you got these paper 450 and then 250 and then 10 or then 20. What is the Prisma you have done? And we will do the raw data of the Prisma also. Now you go into the introduction. For introduction, we will check the references manually. There is a software Skite.ai. You put all the references.
You are doing it for publications, but to do it for a PhD thesis is an altogether different problem.
No, we teach them. We tell them that in my research scholars, I tell them to write a full paper every day, full page every day with 5 citations. So they write on
देखो,
anything.
आप अपने स्कॉलर को बता रहे हैं ना, मैं एज डायरेक्टर PhD प्रोग्राम जहाँ पे हर रोज इतनी थीसिस सबमिट हो रही है, उस पर्सपेक्टिव से बात कर
नहीं,
रहा
No,
हूँ.
वो
but
अब आपको वो गाइड
as a supervisor,
हाँ, वो guide
I have
वो
to be
तो-
more
ये
vigilant.
वो तो
ये गाइड की जिम्मेवारी है विनय सर. ये
हाँ,
आपकी जिम्मेवारी नहीं है.
Yeah, it's not your responsibility,
आई एम
Professor
नॉट
Vinay
सेइंग,
sir.
बट वी वांट टू एंश्योर. गाइड की जिम्मेदारी तो बहुत सारी होती है, गाइड की जिम्मेवारी तो लेट्स
नहीं,
नॉट
ये
गो
सबसे
इनटू
बड़ी
दैट.
जिम्मेवारी है कि
बट
वो पहले लिखना सिखाए. वो पहले लिखना सिखाए. और उसमें एक चीज हम ये भी देखते हैं, गाइड को जब लिखने सिखाने का मतलब, वन डे अगर एक पेज आप लिखो विद 5 साइटेशंस, आपको अपने आप कॉन्फिडेंस कैंडिडेट का बढ़ता जाएगा. एक रिसर्च स्कॉलर मेरे पास आया है, ही सेड दैट आई वांट टू डू PhD बट मुझे लिखना इतना अच्छे से नहीं आता.
नहीं, एब्सोल्युटली सर, आई एग्री विद यू. अगर गाइड ऑनेस्ट है सब कुछ प्रॉब्लम ही नहीं है, लेकिन गाइड सब सारे के सारे वी हैव ऑल सॉर्ट्स ऑफ वैरायटीज, तो वो उसमें मैं नहीं जाना चाहता. तो एक ऊपर लेवल, तभी तो UGC आई ना, प्लेगरिज्म चेक की पॉलिसी भी क्यों बनी? वो इसलिए तो बनी बिकॉज गाइड्स वर नॉट ऑनेस्ट.
No, I do agree, but till we do not get.
तभी तो
ऑनेस्ट और
थीसिस में प्लेगरिज्म चेक कराते हैं फॉर दैट रीजन.
विनय सर, ऑनेस्ट डिसऑनेस्ट ये सब तरह के लोग
हाँ,
तो देखिए
बहुत
हमारे पास. वो हमारे पास भी ऐसा नहीं है कि MIT के बाहर निकल के सब चांदी है. एवरीवेयर देयर आर प्रॉब्लम्स. बट
वो डेटा वाली बात किया, फॉर इंस्टांस नाउ सम रिव्यूअर द जर्नल रोट बैक टू द पर्सन हु सबमिट द मैन्युस्क्रिप्ट कि भाई इसमें ट्रिप्लिकेट होना चाहिए डेटा, तो उसने AI टूल यूज करके 2 और बना दिए, बात खत्म हो गई. सो दीस काइंड्स ऑफ मिसयूज आर देयर.
बट ऑब्वियसली उसके पास टाइम नहीं होगा. नहीं, देखिए मेरा ये मानना है, देयर आर पीपल हु आर कैचिंग दीज काइंड ऑफ मल प्रैक्टिसेस, राइट. पहले बहुत आसानी से चीजें हो जाती थी, अब समय आसान नहीं है. नोबेल प्राइजेस पीपल आर गेटिंग रिट्रैक्शन. So India should not lead. India should not lead in retractions. India should not lead in predatory publishing. India should not lead in predatory journals. India should not lead in clone journals. India should not lead in plagiarism. At the moment, we are leading. So my concern is that let's have the awareness workshops here and there. जहां मौका मिले लोगों से बात करी जाए और उन्हें बताया जाए कि एकेडमिक सब उतना आसान नहीं रह गया है. It is like a mirror. You can see through. I can check anybody's data. Anybody can check my data. So my concern is that if we have the time and knowledge, so let's spread it to the world that please be very careful. आगे जाके it will be more tough. गाइड पे भी बात आएगी. आपको क्या लग रहा है, प्लेजरिज्म रिसर्च स्कॉलर कर रहा है, गाइड छोड़ दिया जाएगा? अगला रूल गाइड पे आना है. अगला रूल गाइड पे आना है कि अगर गाइड ने साइन किया है और थीसिस में प्लेजरिज्म है, गाइड की नौकरी भी नहीं बचेगी.
अब कुछ MIT के सिस्टम में कुछ पेपर्स रिट्रैक्ट हुए तो गाइड को तो पकड़ा आपने.
हाँ, but yeah, we have that data. Before I left MIT, I had the full data. वो retraction वाला, वो सारा retraction वाला data मेरे पास ही तो था. In Gurgaon also, we sat with the people and we said that. Obviously, we didn't say them to leave, but we sat with them and show them that this has happened and you are fully involved. We showed them that their involvement, their sign, their problem. But yes, we need to tell them that वो उन्होंने ये भी कहा कि सर awareness नहीं थी. So we did the campaigns there also in all the campaigns. That's why I'm in Jaipur. So the point is that awareness campaigns are the need of the hour. Which
Absolutely.
everybody has to do. Retractions तो आएंगी, अभी क्या लग रहा है हम बच जाएंगे. There are retractions in our.
आएंगे.
हाँ, कहाँ नहीं आएंगे वो?
Please proceed, sir. Thank you.
Right. Thank you. Okay, Monisha Chaudhary, your hand is raised. Anything? And Tarun Dwivedi.
So we have one more question.
Yeah.
I'm a fifth year student.
Okay, Tarun is Tarun. Let's have Tarun's question. Then just wait. Tarun, go ahead.
Sir, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Sir, I'm a research scholar. I'm research scholar in Amity University, Jaipur, in
Right.
liberal arts, and I'm a student of public administration. Sir, two of my questions already covered by ma'am and sir. One last question I would like to ask you, as like that I am from public policy,
Mhm.
that do you have any government site from where we can find out that you were mentioning that 400 to 500 journals we are having, predatory journals or clone journals?
UGC Care की एक site देखिए. UGC Care used to do this, but now it is closed. Let me take you to UGC Care. Here it is. So UGC Care keeps on giving us the information list of clone journal group 1, list of clone journal group 2. They have reached up to 250 or 300, but there are more than that. Now UGC Care is closed. You rely on people like us to give you the information. At the end of the conference workshop, I will give you my mobile number. I don't take unknown numbers because of some threats also, because nobody wants us to do this work. कौन चाहता है कि किसी का भला हो? So, but yes, you can message me on WhatsApp and then we can talk. We have the data with you. I'll share with you. But otherwise, before that, you can go to UGC Care. So UGC Care started this work in India, but it could not sustain. It could not carry out this work for long. And at the end of the day, UGC Care itself is closed. But yes, the data is there. So Indian agency is there, but now it's not existing. But website उनकी
Thank you,
जिंदा
sir.
है.
Thanks a lot. Thank you, sir.
You can check it from here.
Sir, one more request, sir. Sir, what gadget you have shown us now, what guideline has been given for the researchers, sir, that we need. So it's a request, please share after the
वो
class.
हो जाएगी वो ये रहा. It is there. I'll share this with ma'am and with Vinay sir also. So these are there. The guidelines are there. कोई problem नहीं. Even if you type academic integrity guidelines on Google UGC, you'll get this gazetted notification.
Sir, thank you, sir. Thanks a lot, sir.
Do not worry, we'll send this to every scholar.
Usually we do it on day 2 or day 3, so it's like that only. So, but it's important for everybody's understanding. Right, Monisha, go ahead.
So my question is, if a researcher discovers that their work is published in a clone journal,
Yeah.
then what ethical and professional steps should be taken?
So there are 2, 3 answers to that. The first answer is that if you send them the email that you know now that it's a clone journal, they will stop. They'll stop contacting you, and rather they will blackmail you again to get the paper deleted from the website. The other problem comes with Google Scholar. So like what happens with Google Scholar? Google Scholar also index clone journal. So like I have shown you Adalia. So if I click Adalia on Google Scholar, you will see a paper, this paper. So what happening is this paper is published in a clone journal and it's a fraud paper, but it has got 35 citations. So we need to see that how deep your paper has gone and whosoever has got how many citations to it. So we will write them, and if it is possible, they will delete it. If they will not delete it, we'll take a legal course of action that we will complain about the journal in the cyber law and we will get the website blocked, because we have done it for a lot of people where they have eventually lost a very good paper and their PhD is at stake. So we help them out so that the paper should not have any. You need to remove the word, I'm using that word, you need to remove the digital footprints of that paper. If the digital footprints of that paper are there online, Turnitin will catch it. It will never be able to publish somewhere else. Even if you write that this is published in a clone journal, nobody will understand that. It has to be removed digitally. You need to remove the digital footprints.
Thank you.
Right. Okay. So what was the question from the dais?
So the question goes, can I resubmit a rejected paper to the same journal after making changes for publication?
Yeah, definitely. You can resubmit. In some journals, there is cooling off period, but I think you can resubmit in most of the journals. But yes, with the changes required. Sometimes they don't tell you the changes, then please do not resubmit, because they will again reject it on the desk rejection basis. But if there are changes to be given and you have done that changes, please, you can resubmit it. Please go ahead with that journal. No issues at all.
Thank you so much, sir.
Right. So coming back to the clone, now let's shift to the predatory because I've shown you the cloned one. In clone, the website is fraud of the original journal. In predatory, the website is original, but the information that they provide us is wrong. Even only 2 days ago, ABDC has also removed some journals. The list is quite long. I'll share that list with Komal ma'am also. And some of the journals were obviously good and some were really very bad. And ABDC took some years to remove them, but finally they are removed. So let me show you an example of a journal, TPM. We are the ones who told about this journal that this is a fraud journal, and we knew that this is a predatory journal. So just look at the website. So the website itself says that this journal is Scopus Index. The website is original. This is not the cloned website. This is the original website. But look at the information. The website says that the journal is indexed in Scopus and Web of Science, right? So now if we go to the Web of Science and type TPM here, you will not find this journal in the databases, right? It has been removed. Now let's check it in the Scopus databases. And type TPM here. The journal is here. And then you go to the page. It shows coverage discontinued. So you can imagine the audacity of the fraud, and you look at the outlier behavior, that it was fine for some years, but suddenly rose to 430. The journal is now removed, but on the website, they still say that they are in Scopus or in Web of Science. And when you dig deeper, out of 430, how many are from India? Let's see that also. 305. Out of 430, 305 are from India, then Iraq, Indonesia, and this kind of poor countries. So India is leading in publishing in predatory journal. Now I'll give you another data. You go to SJR, and when you look at the country-wise data, you will see the country rank. Let's go to the country rankings, and you will see in 2024, India was at number 3. This year, I'm doubting, and I'm very sure that we will be at number 2. Why? We are publishing recklessly in Scopus and Web of Science. Nobody's reading us. You look at our H-index, nobody's reading us. You look at our citations, nobody's citing us. We're not citing each other. The point I'm trying to make is we are just into the rat race of publishing into the Scopus databases journals. We don't see the journals are from where. If I dig more deeper, I can see the institutions also. The affiliations also, that where is
But how?
this kind of.
Dr. Abhijoy, just
मैंने
one
उसको
second,
म्यूट पे
mute
डाल दिया
yourself.
टैब को
Dr. Abhijoy,
टैब को
please mute yourself. Sorry, Dr. Sumit, for the
No issues. I understand. It's online. So I can see the institutions also, those who are hoodwinking the entire system. So now what happening is that they will get higher ranking in QS, THA, because it is a number-based game at the moment. Nobody is talking about quality, only the number-based game. And in many institutions are not doing well. And some institutions are just hoodwinking the entire system. 430 paper, 305 in a predatory journal. Can you beat that? And money is also involved. There's a full trail of money. If I say it is of around 100 crore rupees of business is at stake for these fraudsters. And people like us are paying. And if I look at some of the funding sponsors, you will see many of the government institutions are also being defrauded by them. Not in this journal at the moment, but in some journals you will see ICSSR, DST, SERV, big agencies. They're not knowing they're giving the money. They're not doing it intentionally to publish in a predatory journal, but because of the lack of awareness, by mistake, the money is going into the predatory journals. I'll show you more examples. This is one example of a predatory journal. I'll show you more. Let me show you more. If you have any name in your mind, we will check that also. I have a full diary with me where I take the list of the journals. I'll show you more where Indians are publishing, and India has lost a lot of papers. And yes, in some papers, the back files are also removed. I'll show you those examples also where the back files are removed. Again, the same example, which journal is removed, International Journal of Environmental Sciences. Let's search it again. Sometimes. So it's not there. That means that has also gone from the database. Let me search the another one. Journal of Pharmacy and Biolide. Here it is. Let's look at this journal. Walter Kluwer Journal. Coverage discontinued, and you can see the outlier behavior. Now, out of 861, how many are from India? Let's check it. Again, India is leading. So whenever there is a predatory journal, whenever it is removed, India has usually the highest number of papers. Why so? Why India? Because India is being targeted. After cloned journals, we are being targeted by predatory journals. The reason? Lack of awareness. People are doing PhD, but they doesn't know that why they are doing PhD. If the purpose of the PhD being told in the first week, they will never go into the fraud publishing. Because of the lack of awareness, they are publishing into wrong journals, and universities are also accepting them. They are giving degrees while publishing in a predatory journal. Even if it is a discontinued journal, even then they give you the PhD. Why? If it is published before the discontinuation, it is fine. It is still fine because you do not have the awareness. But some people are intentionally publishing in a discontinued journal, and then getting the degree is not good for us. And this is the data which is adding into the Schemago, where we are at number 3 in the world in publication, but nobody's reading us, nobody's citing us, because people are very European, Americans are very non-serious about Indian academics now. Because number speaks a lot. You can have 35 institutions in QS, but nobody's reading you. Nobody's understanding that, because everybody knows that it is all about number game. Why we were not getting Nobel Prizes from India? When was the last Nobel Prize that we got from India? Aren't we working in this area? We are working, but because of the reputation, that is a main concern. So whenever I look after a cloned or a predatory journal, I feel really bad for India as a nation कि हमारे देश के कुछ papers जाएंगे. If I look at the institution source type, you look at the institution also, look at the affiliation. Some of the institutions are repeating it again and again. And then you go to the funding sponsor, you will see that institutions are getting funding from the Indian institution also. So it's a big problem. And then there is plagiarism, then there is retraction, then there is torture phrases, whatnot. But what is our work now? To safely guard you through from these menaces and put up a big show that you just cannot hoodwink the Indian education system. For that, we need an agency like UGC CARE and all. It was not there. As a personal person, how much can I reach for? How much a university can reach for? Not much. It is the intent of the government under some setup or some department that it should be told to the world. Like GST Bachat Mela, this was told to the world. People bought everything under the pretext of GST Bachat Mela. So if we can propagate into the economy, why can't we propagate into the academics? Why not people are being told in academics that this is wrong or bad by the government? That is always a big question, which will come back later to bite us, that what we have done with the academics in terms of not catching fake predatory and clone journals in advance and not telling the world that we are very serious in catching them. I'll show you more example. There is a full plethora of examples where you will see that the journals are targeting India. And there is a big journal, Materials Today. Materials today. Many institutions have published in it. Now it is gone. It just published conference proceedings, right? And it was the biggest trap sent by the Elsevier into the conference proceeding. Just look at this. Thousands of papers, and suddenly it is gone now. Right? And out of 4,594 in 2023, 4,009 for 2023, let's see how many are from India. 3,400. Why India? 4,500 papers published, 3,400 are from India. Why India? Why not UK, USA? And why Iraq? Iraq तो चलो गरीब देश है, इनका तो क्या ही है. But why India only? How can we will be Vishwa Guru when we are poor in R&D? Wherever there is a journal which is publishing recklessly, India is leading in most of the journal. 90% India is leading. So this is a serious question, and the data speaks of itself. ये मैं कोई कहानी नहीं बना रहा, ना मेरे पास कोई slides है. It is all data, and that is in public domain. Right? I'll show you more examples. If you have any journal, anybody, please put that name. We will check that in black and white here. We lost one more journal to predatory. Indian Journal of Plastic Surgery. This journal was removed. Open access journal. And then you can see all the 2025 papers were removed. It was removed in 2025 up to 2024. All the 2025 papers are removed. So this is how they are kind of checking on the things. Let me check the environmental also. That's a environmental journal. Here it is, Journal of Environmental Sciences. I think their back files might have also been removed. Coverage is discontinued. So the data is not there at the moment, but the papers were also there. So now let me show you an example of a back files remove example. So let me take you to a journal named Library Review International. Library Progress International. Okay, that is the name. And you will see all the back files have been removed. Content coverage, you can see only 28 document. Now let me show you the example. We have the screenshot at the moment. I'm unable to search it out, but we have the screenshot where they had 3,300 papers and then all the papers are removed. So this is what happens with the predatory journal, that the papers enter the databases, but at the end of the day, all the papers are removed as soon as they get the complaint. Here it is. So it had 1,118 papers in 2024, but now if you look at the status here, all the papers are removed. So we need to carefully understand that if we publish in a predatory journal, doesn't mean that we have saved ourselves. The papers can be removed at later stage also, which is a kind of a difficult task for us to do that. Now, anybody, any question? Any question, any point?
Dr. Sumit, I'll just ask you one thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So when suppose I have got my paper published in the predatory journal, or which has been ousted from the list of the Scopus Index journal. So naturally, if I get it published there, my name will not be authored in that list. So don't you think this is also the way to check?
There is the answer to the question is you published by mistake in a predatory journal, so the paper is added in front of your name and added in front of the university also, because you add the name of the university also. So now two things can happen. If a journal is removed, the papers are still there, you enjoy the privilege because the paper is still there against your name and against your university's name. In 10% cases, the back files are removed. Then you lose that paper and your university lose that paper, and then there is a fluctuation in your H index also, fluctuation in the university H index and university's credibility also. So 90% cases the paper stays. In 10% cases the paper is removed. So what people do, they take the screenshot and all, then they come back to us, sir, हमारा paper publish हुआ था, but we don't agree on that. Your paper should be there in the genuine journal. Predatory means Library Progress Journal should have publishing only the papers of library and information sciences. They published all papers. That is why they turn predatory. 1111 पेपर कैसे आ सकते हैं? सिर्फ लाइब्रेरी के तो 10, 12 या 25 पेपर ही आएंगे. So 2023 तक वो ठीक थे. And 2024 अर्ली में ही हमने ये बता दिया था कि they are fraud. So we need to see the subject of the journal in Scopus. We just should not go into the chemistry journal or management people. कि सर वो पब्लिश करने के लिए ओके दे रहा है. वो तो पब्लिश करने के लिए ओके देगा क्योंकि उसको पैसे दे रहे हो आप 50,000 पे. और वो तो रिमूव होना ही होना है अगर वो इस तरह की पब्लिशिंग कर रहा है. यू कैन नॉट हैव अ लाइब्रेरी इंफॉर्मेशन साइंसेस पेपर जर्नल एंड देन हैव द केमिस्ट्री पेपर इन इट.
So we have to be very cautious about
Yeah,
all
we
that.
need to go by the
Like
subject.
few points are so apparent, but then also we go blindly.
Yeah, because we are in a hurry to publish. We do
Yes.
not want to study. अच्छा publication में बहुत टाइम लगता है. You need to work a lot of requirement, and I'm saying it on face of it. I worked with MIT, I worked with guides are also very poor. They are just guides. They are not the scholaristic researchers who have done a very good research and then they have become guides. They have guides because we don't have anybody. We make them the guide. And then there is a problem because they are also not aware of these facts which is happening. Student उनके पास आता है कि सर ये जर्नल ठीक लग रहा है, वो कह रहे हैं पब्लिश कर दो. It is the responsibility of the guide also to verify it. Guide verify नहीं कर पा रहा तो student तो is very raw. Research scholars are very raw. That is why they are research scholars. They are not faculties. That is why I am putting the onus on the guides also. If it is being trapped, a research scholar और guide का भी नाम है उसमें, तो guide has to take the responsibility that कि आपने क्या किया फिर predatory journal में देखा क्यों नहीं? How can a publishing be in a chemistry journal? Library के journal में आपने chemistry का paper डाला कैसे?
No, we are at MIT University very careful about all these things. And we keep on having the workshop which is going on is the prime example of that.
Yeah, MIT is very careful. MIT में इतनी problems नहीं है. But when I go to the smaller institution, tier 2 cities, and वहाँ मैं जब देखता हूँ वहाँ पे the condition is very, very bad.
Just to follow up, to that discussion, Scopus normally would not delist the journals retrospectively. That's what I understand.
हाँ 90% नहीं retrospective
करता है 10% करता है.
10% तो मैंने आपको I have the journal names filed मैं back
For instance, 2023 it is listed.
Yeah.
Right. And can they do it now, delist it in 2023? In
They can go and remove the back files. It is written in their contract when they get जब आप journal इनके साथ index कराते हो ना, जब वो आता है तो उसमें सब लिखा होता है कि कल को ऐसे you just cannot run away कि आपने 10,000 पेपर पब्लिश किया और भाग गए. They can backtrack it in the next.
They can retrospective is also possible.
Yeah, definitely. इतना तो रखना ही पड़ेगा. हम भी तो PhD की डिग्री retrospectively किसी की ले सकते हैं वापस ना अगर हमें बाद में plagiarism मिलता है.
हाँ, but that's only rare.
इसमें भी rare ही है. इसमें भी rare ही है. इसमें भी rare ही है. But Clarivate ज्यादा सीरियस है. Clarivate तो पूरा डेटा उठा देता है.
हाँ, वो करते हैं पूरा.
हाँ, अभी उस जर्नल को रिमूव किया था जो इनका बहुत प्राइम जर्नल था, उसको उन्होंने हटा दिया था. पूरा का पूरा डेटा with the impact.
It's happening a lot, yeah, absolutely.
Clarivate is more stricter than the Scopus one.
The second point which I wanted to share with you, because the scholars come to me and we of course verify that whether it is Scopus index or not Scopus index. So sometimes they publish in predatory and later when they interact with me, they find out that it was predatory. Then what happens is that they want to, let's say they have, for instance, the paper has not yet been published, acceptance is there. And if they want to withdraw the predatory because they can't publish anywhere because unless the paper is withdrawn from the predatory journal, although it may not have been published, but they are not allowed to publish because they have processed it at 2 places. So in case they want to withdraw from the predatory journal, there are instances that for withdrawing, they ask you that this much इतना पैसा दे दो 50 रुपए, then you'll allow to withdraw.
Yeah,
Because they
obviously,
know
उनको
कि
पता
they are
चल जाता है ना।
back, they
देखिए
have come to know.
यही चीज मैं कह रहा हूँ,
ये बहुत गड़बड़ है।
यही चीज मैं एमिटी में पहले भी करता था। सब कुछ ये पहले होना चाहिए।
हाँ,
The student should come to you with the name of the journal first. In our center, we try here also. I verify it. Only the name of the journal. I will not verify their research paper, their research and all. उतना time नहीं होता. But journal verification का
हाँ,
काम
जर्नल
हमारा
तो
रहता
एक
था। We verify the name of the journal, तब बच्चा आगे बढ़ता था। उसके
नहीं,
पहले अगर
sometimes
बच्चा जा रहा है, फिर उसकी अपनी जिम्मेवारी बन
we
जाती थी।
do
यहाँ भी
receive,
आके यहाँ भी आके
absolutely, I agree with you. In fact, we have a PhD coordinator also here, Dr. Ashim, and we do receive emails and we do it. In fact, sometimes emails directly come to us that, sir, you want to publish in this journal, is it Scopus Index? Please advise. We do.
ये आपको एक we have made, it should be a rule that the student, if they are going on their own, they are on their own. If they are taking the help of the university, university will do everything for them to safeguard. The point we am trying to make is that कि सब we want to do it, but everybody is not on the same path. We want to do it. ऐसा नहीं है, एमिटी करता है सब कुछ। मैं तो 14 साल ये काम किया है, बट फिर भी कई ऐसे केसेस निकल आते थे, बच्चा खुद ही कर लेता था, बट दैट इज ऑन हिज ओन देन। इफ वी हैव द सेंटर हियर फॉर द वेरिफिकेशन, लेट इट गेट वेरीफाइड। एंड मैं जानता हूँ कभी वेरिफिकेशन गलत होती नहीं थी। हमारा आज भी मेरा जो सक्सेस रेट है 99% है। एक आधा जनरल का हमारे पास, इवन एबीडीसी तक के जनरल हमें पता है, सीएबीएस के हमें पता है, PubMed के जर्नल्स, आई टीच इन मेडिकल इंस्टीट्यूशंस आल्सो, सो PubMed के जर्नल्स भी हम देखते हैं, बिकॉज वी हैव दैट नैक एंड वी टेल देम इन एडवांस कि यार इसमें ना जाओ। अगर आपको इंस्टीट्यूशन अलाउ कर रहा है, फिर मैं भी कुछ नहीं कर सकता। एंड वी हैड सम डिस्कशंस आल्सो विद ऑल द वीसी। अमित जैन सर के साथ मेरी बहुत डिस्कशन होती थी, असेरी सर के साथ डिस्कशन होती थी, मधुकर सर के साथ थी, वीके शर्मा जहाँ ग्वालियर में 10 साल लगाए हैं, देन बेंगलोर में जब मैं था थोड़े दिनों के लिए, तो सारा दिन। और डॉक्टर सिमसान सर को पता है ये हमारा काम, दैट वी वर देयर टू हेल्प आउट। एंड दिस इज द मेन रीजन ऑल्सो दैट समटाइम्स वी आर नॉट इन द रैंकिंग, बिकॉज इवन इफ वी आर पब्लिशिंग, even if we are publishing our campuses, that papers are going into wrong thing, wrong predatory and all. So NIRF में हम लोग नहीं दिखा पा रहे हैं वो चीजें, क्योंकि NIRF में नंबर बेस पे नहीं जा रहा। एंड देन if there is a retraction, that is also negative marking, और retraction आनी ही आनी है अगर यही चलता रहा तो।
Right.
So these are the points which are there to stumble upon and discuss as much as we can. Thank you Coleman, आज discussion हुई, MIT में होती है discussion, it's just that the path should be the similar one for everybody. विनय सर, आप भी नहीं खींच पाएंगे अगर आपका गाइड आपके साथ नहीं होगा।
नहीं, दैट इज वेरी ट्रू, ऑफ कोर्स। वो तो बहुत जरूरी है ना, फर्स्ट पॉइंट ऑफ कांटेक्ट तो वही है ना, आपको सुपरवाइजर। सुपरवाइजर को थोड़ा
यहाँ पे मैं जो पढ़ाता हूँ, पहले मैं सुपरवाइजर को, अभी जब मैं
हाँ।
यहाँ ज्वाइन किया तो सबसे पहले फ्रांसिस कैंटोमेट्रिक लॉन्च होकर हमने फैकल्टीज को पढ़ाया। वी हैव 700 फैकल्टीज हियर इन इंजीनियरिंग ओनली, टोटल तो 1200-1300 हैं। तो सबको अलग अलग आई एम टीचिंग देम, एंड देन आई टोल्ड देम यू आर द फर्स्ट पर्सन, एंड देन ऑब्वियसली द सेंटर इज देयर टू हेल्प यू आउट। बट अगर आपसे गलती हो रही है, देन वी विल हैव टू आस्क यू कि आप कैसे गलती कर पा रहे हो ये, बिकॉज
बिल्कुल
सबको पड़ेगा ना। इट्स नॉट द रिस्पॉन्स, सिर्फ रिसर्च स्कॉलर की रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी नहीं है कि वही बेचारा पिसेगा, हमें भी उसके साथ लगना पड़ेगा, बिकॉज वी आर गिविंग देम द हाईएस्ट डिग्री, दैट इज अ PhD.
Absolutely, because there are, 500, 600 scholars, for instance, even in your AUR. So you can't, as in capacity of doing research, you can't look after each and every paper. That's not physically possible.
Yeah, absolutely. But the point is that ना, अगर आपकी टीम में वो लोग strong हैं on the point of contact, तो 80% तो आप तक डेटा आएगा ही नहीं, because you know that they will be able to handle it. But if everything is coming to you, that means that there is some lacuna and there is some lack of understanding
at the ground level.
At the ground level, because वो समझा ही नहीं पा रहे हैं। एंड वो क्यों नहीं समझा पा रहे हैं? बिकॉज दे आर नॉट अपडेटेड। और मैं एक चीज़ ये भी मानता हूँ, आपको बहुत सॉफ्टवेयर सीखने पड़ेंगे, आपको कमाई नहीं करनी, आपको अपनी एजुकेशन पे भी पैसा लगाना पड़ेगा। इफ समबडी वांट्स टू गो आउट, इफ समबडी वांट्स टू लर्न अ सॉफ्टवेयर, इट हैज़ टू बी डन, दैट द फैकल्टी हैज़ टू डू इट। यू जस्ट कैन नॉट सिट हैंड। मैं MA इंग्लिश हूँ सर, और मैं मेडिकल में पढ़ा रहा हूँ, तो आप समझ लीजिए कि मैंने कैसे ग्रोथ पैटर्न किया होगा, मैंने क्या क्या सीखा होगा उस दौरान। सो MA इंग्लिश होने के बाद भी मैंने ये नहीं देखा कि भी मेरा कौन सा एरिया है। नाउ इट इज विद एवरीबडी दैट यू नीड टू लर्न अ लॉट ऑफ न्यू थिंग्स इन योर PhD एज वेल एज इन योर टीचिंग करियर आल्सो।
अभी तो FDP का प्रोग्राम रखा हुआ है, बट अगर लर्न करें ना लोग FDP का कॉन्सेप्ट यही है।
कितना लर्न करते हैं, ये बात सही है। राइट, एनीबडी एल्स, एनी क्वेश्चन? There were some hand raised. Okay, Jaya Morolia, just go ahead, Jaya. Okay, let me, I think unmute is from here. Okay, so there is one journal they want to International Journal of Indian Psychology. So I'm copying this name. I'm sharing my screen and let's see what is the status of this journal. So I don't think so it is in Scopus. Okay, so let me go to the website. The International Journal of Indian Psychology. I think it's a simple peer-reviewed or a referred journal, not indexed anywhere at the moment. So it's a simple peer-reviewed or referred journal, and current issue. This is the current issue. Contact us details on the right hand side. It is from Gujarat, so it's an okay journal. Let's go to the
Just check the editorial board also. We'll come to know. Editorial
indexing.
board.
So they have written these indexing agencies. These are not the right one. थोड़ी सी misinformation है यहाँ पर because these are not the indexing agencies. But ठीक है. It's a simple peer reviewed or a referred journal. 10,000% it will not be in any of the indexing world class agencies.
So they can check the editorial board also. If the editorial
नहीं सिंपल peer reviewed journal में editorial board information तो पूरी ही देगा. Information इन्होंने पूरी चढ़ाई हुई है यहाँ पर. कुछ कमी नहीं छोड़ी. But it is not an index journal. If it is not an index journal, it is a simple peer reviewed and referred journal, which is allowed in India to work, and it is good to go. And government jobs, if you go to government jobs, you will get a government job while publishing in simple peer reviewed and referred journal. Why I'm saying, let me show you the guidelines, the latest guidelines. These are the draft guidelines. Draft है. Let's see if this gets approved or not. January 2025 की हैं. So these guidelines says that if you become a professor, अगर आपको professor बनना है किसी government university में, so what are the requirements? The requirement says a minimum of 10 years of work तो है ये वाला. Here it is. Very interesting to read. A minimum of 10 research papers, right, in peer-reviewed journals. ठीक है? So they end it here. Only peer-reviewed journals will fetch you a good government job in teaching sector in India, or publication of 10 book chapters. It can be in referred and peer-reviewed books also, not in international, or publication of 4 books or 8 books as a co-author. जो सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट बात मुझे लगी जिसने लिखी किसी क्लर्क ने लिखी होंगी लाइन ये, a combination of research publication book chapters and granted patents. So if you have 10 granted patents, जिसको 30 साल लग जाते हैं एक पेटेंट को, लेकिन आप पीयर रिव्यूड और रेफर्ड में तो आप आराम से 2 दिन में 10 पेपर भी निकाल सकते हो. तो 10 पेटेंट्स को लाके 10 रिसर्च पेपर के बराबर खड़ा कर दिया. अभी ये 1 साल हो गया, अभी ये वो हुई नहीं है. आई एम वरीड जब हो जाएंगी. स्टैंडर्ड्स आर नाउ दिस. एंड जब ये गाइडलाइंस आई जनवरी में, फरवरी 2025 में यूजीसी केयर की डेथ हो गई. वो कैसे डेथ होगी? क्योंकि यूजीसी केयर की वैल्यू ही खत्म हो गई. व्हेन यू आर गेटिंग जॉब्स विद पीयर रिव्यूड जर्नल्स, ओनली पीयर रिव्यूड जर्नल्स, फिर यूजीसी केयर की तो जरूरत है ही नहीं, क्वालिटी की जरूरत है ही नहीं. एवरी जर्नल इन इंडिया इज अ पीयर रिव्यूड जर्नल, ये आप जान लीजिए. चाहे वो चंपक नंदन भी है, अगर वो अपने आप को जर्नल बोलेंगे वो पीयर रिव्यूड माने जाएंगे. सो अगर कोई चंपक नंदन में पब्लिश कर रहा है, 10 पेपर निकाल लेगा तो उसे गवर्नमेंट जॉब के लिए कोई दिक्कत ही नहीं आएगी. मैं आगे और पढ़ाता हूँ आपको, और इंटरेस्टिंग है. वीसी कैसे बनते हैं, आपको और मजा आएगा पढ़ के इसमें. और ये मेरे गाइडलाइंस नहीं है, ये सब कुछ आपको यहाँ पे मिल जाएगा. सो वीसी कैसे बनते हैं आप ये देखिए. वीसी बनने के लिए या तो आप प्रोफेसर इन हायर एजुकेशन इंस्टीट्यूशन हो, सॉरी ये आई विल गो बैक, या तो आप प्रोफेसर इन हायर एजुकेशन इंस्टीट्यूशन हो, बिल्कुल ठीक है, जैसे हम सब लोग हैं प्रोफेसर हैं हायर एजुकेशन इंस्टीट्यूशन में, या आप एट ए सीनियर लेवल में हो, आईसीएसएसआर में हो, एएनआरएफ में हो, सर्व में हो, डीएसटी में हो. तीसरा सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट जो एक छोटा सा और लगा दिया इन्होंने, या आप एट अ सीनियर लेवल इन इंडस्ट्री हो, किसी बैंक में लग गए हो, पब्लिक एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन में काम कर रहे हो, पब्लिक पॉलिसी में हो, विद अ प्रूवन ट्रैक रिकॉर्ड ऑफ सिग्निफिकेंट एकेडमिक और स्कॉलरली कंट्रीब्यूशन, शैल बी एलिजिबल टू बी अपॉइंटेड एज वाइस चांसलर. तो हम समझ पा रहे हैं कि अगर आप किसी इंडस्ट्री में सीनियर लेवल पे हैं और आपने कभी यूनिवर्सिटी कभी गए नहीं, आप कभी आपने देखा ही नहीं यूनिवर्सिटी की वर्किंग क्या है, लेकिन आप सीधा वीसी बन के आ सकते हैं और हमारे जैसे लोग आपके लिए काम करेंगे. बट क्या ये रिवर्स है? क्या मैं किसी एनटीपीसी में या क्या किसी पब्लिक पीएसयू में जाके काम कर सकता हूँ? अब नहीं कर सकता मैं. क्या मैं कहीं जाके एमडी बन सकता हूँ? नहीं बन सकता. बट हाँ, वो यहाँ आकर वीसी बन सकते हैं और मैं उनको रिपोर्ट करूंगा।
But industry, they have not specified also, no, public sector. It's not
यस
necessary.
सर, ये सर यही तो
कहीं
गेम,
प्राइवेट में कुछ ले लो
यहाँ
सर्टिफिकेट।
यही तो गेम है। आपका किसी ने लोन पास करा दिया 1,000 करोड़ का, तो उस पूछेंगे क्या बनना है, यार मैंने वीसी बनना है, चलो यार तुझे वीसी बना देते हैं। द पॉइंट आई एम ट्राइंग टू मेक इज कि इस तरह की जो लाइनें लिखते हैं ना, ये बहुत ध्यान से लिखते हैं। ये जानबूझ के इस तरह से छोड़ा गया, सिग्निफिकेंट एकेडमिक और स्कॉलरली कंट्रीब्यूशन। अब इसको हाउ विल यू डिफाइन, हाउ विल यू मैप इट, रूब्रिक्स कहाँ है इसका?
कुछ नहीं।
So, Dr.
नहीं बन
Sumit,
सकता है।
I just have one question here because since mainly the scholars and faculty members are from law only, we go for interdisciplinary research.
Good, you can go. आप go.
So, yeah, generally only on that basis we get the papers published in Scopus
नहीं,
Index
but law के
journals.
भी जर्नल्स हैं, मैं आपको भेज दूंगा।
हाँ,
law के भी
but
400
it's
journals हैं।
difficult to get them published in, Australian Law Journal or like that. But I just have a question here. What are the ethical challenges in interdisciplinary research? Because, there are conflicting ethical standards because it is interdisciplinary.
नहीं ज्यादा नहीं। देखिए आप अगर
Then,
आप
no, the data is also shared across different disciplines.
नहीं, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है एथिकल में। देखिए कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं। इफ यू आर वर्किंग ऑन ए क्वेश्चनियर, इट कैन बी well checked and verified, and then you can go to an interdisciplinary journal. We also in media doesn't have much of the journals, although now there are many. अपना एमिटी का खुद का ही एक जर्नल है, इंटरडिसिप्लिनरी होता है। एंड एथिक्स का कोई मैम खास इशू नहीं है इफ यू आर राइटिंग इन योर ओन लैंग्वेज and are not doing any kind of paraphrasing and not misusing the data, and you're not giving the wrong answers, and then you don't have the raw data. If you have the raw data connected from the people, those who are not from the law but related to law, it will be accepted. So interdisciplinarity is the need of the hour for law fraternity.
Yes,
हमारे
yes,
भी यहाँ पे
that
law
is
school
how.
है, हमारे भी यहाँ पे law school है. We tell them that you have to go interdisciplinary, but yes, there are law journals also which are in Scopus, but yes, there is competition. We can beat that competition, but we need to have the basics clear, that we need to write one paper, नहीं, one page every day with 5 citations. तो 5 citations के लिए 5 पेपर पढ़ने भी पड़ेंगे आपको, और एक पेज आपको अपनी लैंग्वेज में लिखना भी आना चाहिए। फिर कभी आप 2 पेज लिखें, कभी 3 पेज लिखें, विद इन टेक्स्ट citation and total reference management. We will have that discussion on another day. It will take half an hour or 1 more hour for that. In that we tell people how to write from end to end. पहला पेज कैसे लिखा, सेकंड कैसे लिखा, फर्स्ट पैरा में क्या क्या डालना है, सेकंड में क्या क्या डालना है, एंड देन व्हेन यू स्टार्ट राइटिंग वो कंसर्न आपके फिर क्लियर हो जाते हैं। एट द मोमेंट यस, इट लगता है कि इट इज एथिकली right or not right, but once you start doing this work, it is easy.
No, that's why we are encouraging our undergraduate students also to go for publication.
Definitely
Especially
start
the
writing
senior
one page
students.
every day. हाँ, start
Yeah.
जैसे हम
So
जैसे
even
मीडिया में
LLM
करते
students,
हाँ,
like they go for dissertation. So we are being very strict about this plagiarism so that they can get their papers also published.
स्टार्ट में हम जैसे यहाँ पे मीडिया में कहते हैं कि रीड द न्यूज़पेपर, राइट इन योर ओन लैंग्वेज, हम ये प्रैक्टिस भी कराते हैं सब। इट इज ऑल प्रैक्टिस बेस्ड, यू जस्ट कैन नॉट गेट इट, ऑल द पीपल आर गेटिंग इट, बट इट विड बी डिफिकल्ट इन टाइम्स टू कम टू गेट PhDs. जैसे MBS बहुत हो गए थे, CSC बहुत हो गया था, धीरे धीरे इट इज नाउ गेटिंग टफर टू गेट जॉब्स. द सेम इज विद द PhDs ऑल्सो. इट विल बी नाउ टफ. यू विल गेट अ PhD. इनको तो सबको नए बैच का 2030 में ही मिलेगी, बट तब तक और कंपटीशन स्ट्रिक्ट और नई नई चीजें आ चुकी होंगी, दैट देयर विल बी अंडर लॉट ऑफ वॉच.
Just one general point, Dr. Narula. Let's say, if we compare Web of Science and Scopus, what are your views, importance wise,
I'm with
ranking
Web of
wise?
Science. Scopus is losing the battle. Scopus is not now, not robust now,
Okay.
but they have big market in India. And the rankings are also going from the Scopus.
No, but NRF, etc., they are using both Web of Science as well as Scopus.
Yeah, that is why they're using both. If a ranking is only Scopus based, then there will be a lot of problem.
Yeah,
If
and
you're using
I
both,
think-
then it will be fine. Because in some of the university, Web of Science papers are not there. उनके Web of Science में papers ही नहीं है. लेकिन अगर Scopus पे powered by Scopus हो जाएगी, तो उनकी रैंक बहुत ज्यादा आएगी, क्योंकि उनके सारे papers Scopus में हैं.
But large number of papers are overlapping also, na, between with Web of Science and
It
Scopus.
depends upon the journal. सर जैसे भी जब मैं अपना करियर शुरू किया, मेरे सारे पेपर पहले Scopus में ही थे. In total it is 37 at the moment. फिर I realized I should go into both. So अब मैं क्या करता हूँ, मैं उसी जर्नल में पब्लिश करता हूँ जो सब में होता है, जो Scopus में भी है, Web of Science में भी, ABDs में भी है, PubMed में भी, CABS में, ऐसे जर्नल 1% ही है. तो
So
आप
any
एक
idea
publish
if
करके
I
5
compare-
कैटेगरी में जाते हो आप.
Absolutely. Any idea that if I compare Scopus and Web of Science, what percentage is common? 70%, 60%?
10%, 10 to 20%. Only the top class. Because Q3 लेवल के बहुत पुअर जर्नल्स Scopus डेटाबेसिस में है. Clarivate में predatory जर्नल्स बहुत कम है.
नहीं, but Web of Science में भी तो emerging, science,
ESCI
data scientists, etc., they are
ESCI
not
है,
so good. हाँ,
ESCI है, वो उनका क्यों
ESCI
है,
है।
लेकिन सबसे ज्यादा जब आप दोनों की डिसकंटिन्यूड लिस्ट निकाल के कंपेयर करते हो ना, मेरे पास ये पड़ी है, मैं हर हर महीने इनकी निकाल के ना कंपेयर करता हूँ डिसकंटिन्यूड लिस्ट। तो जैसे 2000 दिसंबर 2025 में स्कोपस ने 17 जर्नल्स को रिमूव किया, राइट, और 2017 दिसंबर में इन्होंने वेब ऑफ साइंस ने 12 को किया। तो हैव द फुल डेटा कि कौन कितने जर्नल्स को कंपेयर कर रहा है और ओवरऑल किसके पास कितने जर्नल है। तो बेसिकली स्कोपस इज मोर एग्रेसिव इन गेटिंग द जर्नल्स इनटू देम, एंड देन फिर वो बाद में देखता है कि देखेंगे क्या होगा। क्लैरिवेट शुरुआत में बहुत टाइम लेता है और इतनी आसानी से जर्नल को अंदर आने नहीं देता। सो मैं उनके साथ काम कर चुका हूँ, दोनों के साथ। आई आई वर्क विद एल्सेवियर टीम आल्सो, बट इसमें ज्यादा है, इसमें प्रीडेटरी जर्नल्स ज्यादा हैं और वो टाइम लेते हैं, बहुत टाइम लेते हैं। जैसे अगर मैं उनको कल बता दूं कि ये जनरल प्रीडेटरी है, वो 6 महीने और ले लेंगे। 6 महीने तक वो पूरा लूट चुका होता है, स्पेसिफिकली इंडियन स्कॉलर्स को। सबसे ज्यादा नुकसान इंडिया का हो रहा है।
हाँ, because I agree with you. A lot of Scopus journals are getting delisted. बड़ी
वो
लंबी
ज्यादा होंगे, वो
list
होंगे
है, बहुत
क्योंकि
ज्यादा हो गया।
क्योंकि जब आप ज्यादा काम कर, ज्यादा पेपर डालने लग जाते हो, ज्यादा जर्नल्स अंदर रखने लग जाते हो और ज्यादा आप मनी माइंडेड हो जाते हो, नुकसान तो होनी है। किसी भी प्रोडक्ट को आप ले लीजिए,
And
जहां आप ज्यादा मनी माइंडेड
if
हुए।
I talk of QS and Times Higher Education ranking, etc., they are also getting from both.
In fact, they have more publication after they get ousted from the list.
हाँ, बट ऑब्वियस है, क्योंकि लोग चेक नहीं कर पाते उन्हें, वो जैसे ही बाहर होते हैं मोर एग्रेसिव हो जाते हैं, लोग
Times
चेक
Higher
नहीं करते।
Education and QS, they are also getting from both. Is that correct?
नहीं, QS इज बाय स्कोपस एंड TH इज बाय क्लैरिवेट, ऐसा कुछ है, इनका अलग अलग है। पावर्ड बाय कर
TH is
लेते
by
हैं
Web
ना।
of Science.
हाँ,
TH is by
पावर्ड,
Web of Science.
हाँ, TH तभी तो ज्यादा
By Web
रोबस्ट
of
है ना,
Science.
तभी तो ज्यादा रोबस्ट है।
नहीं, मतलब as an institution, we should emphasize both. Essentially, that's what you are trying to
डेफिनेटली, हाँ, हमें तो दोनों ही
say.
चाहिए।
If I conclude by saying that let's pay equal importance to both Scopus as well
हाँ,
as
ये बात हमारी है कि हम सिर्फ स्कोपस के पीछे ही लगे हुए हैं कि वो अच्छी डील दे रहा है,
हाँ, लेकिन
दे रहा
Web
है
of Science को इग्नोर ना करें।
या
Okay, fine. Thank you.
थैंक यू। ओके, सो लेट्स वेट फॉर दीज गाइडलाइंस। अगर ये फॉलो हो जाती हैं तो लेट्स सी, वी माइट हैव अ डिफरेंट काइंड
Public
ऑफ।
domain में आई थी ना, they have asked for suggestions, so I believe
सर, एक साल पहले
why don't
सजेशन
you give
मांगी,
some suggestions for that?
सर मैंने दी थी, एक साल पहले की
हाँ,
बात है,
भी दिया।
मैंने सब दिया है, मैंने सजेशन भी दिया है इनको अभी, और लोगों ने भी, IIT के लोगों ने भी बहुत
हाँ,
सजेशन
दिया
दिए
है
इस तरह
लोगों
से
से।
कि इस तरह से आप VC ना बनाओ। तो अभी ये रुकी हुई है, लेकिन कुछ पता नहीं गवर्नमेंट के मूड का, अगर उन्होंने कर दी सैंक्शन तो
We
ये भी।
will have this discussion on some other day.
Right, ma'am. So my team is also waiting for some other. So thank you.
Dr. Abhijay, please, he has to propose vote of thanks.
Yeah.
Dr. Abhijay? Yeah, yes.
So I'll just put my number in the chat box for everybody. There is a lot we can discuss on the chat, so you can message me. Do not start doing the missed call. मेरा phone सामने पड़ा है, missed call देके verify नहीं करना. Just message me the name of the journal and the verification. I'll get back to you. And do not send me your research paper or something like that because I have no time to read that. But yes, I'm there to help you out in catching fake predatory clone journal. Send me the name of the journals as and when you want to.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for this huge help.
Sir,
Over to you, Dr. Abhijay.
Ma'am, I am audible?
Yes, perfect.
Okay. Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. It is my privilege and honor as the convener of this workshop to propose the vote of thanks for today's session on research integrity, restoring integrity in academic research. This workshop is organized by Amity Law School in association with the Research Development Cell, AUR, has truly been a meaningful academic engagement. First and foremost, I extend my deepest gratitude to our esteemed speaker, Professor Dr. Sumit Narula, Professor and Dean, Times School of Media, Bennett University, Greater Noida. Sir, your insightful deliberations on research ethics have not only enhanced our understanding, but have also inspired us to uphold the integrity in our academic purposes. Thank you for sharing your valuable time, knowledge, and experience with us. I would also like to express my sincere thanks to our respected Professor Dr. Amit Jain sir, Vice Chancellor, Amity University, Rajasthan, Professor Dr. G.K. Aseri sir, PVC, Amity University, Rajasthan, Professor Dr. Vinay Sharma, Dean Research and Director of the PhD program, Amity Institute of Biotechnology, and Professor Dr. Komal Aditya, Director, Amity Law School, Amity University, Rajasthan. Your constant encouragement, leadership, and commitment to academic excellence have made such scholarly initiative possible. I would Also like to acknowledge the dedicated efforts of our anchors whose meticulous planning ensured the smooth conduct of this hybrid event. A special note of appreciation to our technical staff for managing the online and offline platforms seamlessly. To our students, research scholars, faculty members, and participants, thank you for your presence and active engagement. Your curiosity and commitment to ethical research practices reflect the true spirit of academia. Before I conclude, let us remember that research integrity is not merely a principle, but a responsibility we all share in the strengthening the credibility of academic work. Once again, I thank each one of you for contributing to the success of this workshop. I wish you all a wonderful day ahead. Thank you.
So thank you so much, Professor Sumit
Thank you, ma'am.
Narula.
Thank you. Thank you.
It has been a wonderful interactive session. So the deliberations have been of very high standard, because when it comes to ethics, sometimes we just are bothered about the number and we forget about this aspect.
Right.
So
Thank you. Thank you.
बहुत
Thank
बढ़िया
you.
साहब,
Thank
Dr.
you,
Vivek.
ma'am.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
it's always
thank
good to be
Very
with
exciting
Amity.
session.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank
So
you.
thank you so much.
I also
once
learned a lot
again.
of things. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Professor Vinay.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay, bye.